Dear viewers, today we will do summary of our organometallic compounds. So in our organometallic compounds, we study organolithium and organomagnesium. How you will prepare organolithium? When you treat organohalide with lithium, it will give you organolithium complex, and similarly when you treat organohalide with magnesium in presence of diethyl ether, it will give you organomagnesium compound, which we also known by name Grignard reagent. So how you prepare organocuprate compound? When you treat organohalide with lithium, first it will give you organolithium complex. When you treat this organolithium complex with copper halide, it will give you organocopper lithium complex. So this organocopper compound is also known by the name Gilman reagent. When you treat Gilman reagent with organohalide, you will get your CC bond coupling product. So here you can see this part of organocopper is reacting with this carbon of organohalide, and here you can see there is retention of configuration, so E reacting with Z, so you will get both E and Z in your final product, so there is retention of configuration. Now next reaction is Siemens-Smith reaction, and we know in Siemens-Smith reaction we use zinc copper complex. Okay, so when you use diiodomethane and treat it with zinc copper complex, you will get your Siemens-Smith reagent, and this reagent is used for cyclopropanation reaction. So wherever you will see double bond, you have to make a cyclopropane ring there. And again in this reaction there is retention of configuration. You started with trans and you will get trans product, and you started with cis reactant, you will get cis product. So there is formation of cyclopropane ring at double bond. So carbene also perform this kind of reaction, so that's why sometime we call Siemens-Smith reagent as a carbenoid reagent. Okay, so sometime we call it as carbenoid reagent because carbene also perform cyclopropanation reaction. Okay, so next reaction is Stille reaction, and in this Stille reaction you use organostannins, and we sometimes call it organotene. So when you treat organohalide with magnesium, it will give you your Grignard reagent, and when you treat Grignard reagent with the tertiary butyl tin chloride, you will get your organostannin compound. So organostannin compound, when you react with organohalide in presence of palladium catalyst, you will get your CC bond formation coupling product. So here you can see this carbon of organostannin is reacting with this carbon of organoelectrophile. So again here there will be retention of configuration. So next reaction is Suzuki reaction. In Suzuki reaction we use organoboron compounds. So when you treat acetylene with your catechol-borane or 9-BBN, you will get your sp2 hybridized organoborane. And when you treat styrene or vinyl compound with catechol-borane or 9-BBN, you will get your sp3 hybridized organoborane. Or you can make it by treating aryl lithium with methyl ester of boric acid. You will get your aryl borane compound. So now you can use this organoborane compound in formation of CC bond formation. Like when you treat organoborane with alkyl halide, aryl or vinyl halide in presence of palladium catalyst, you will get your coupling product. And again in this reaction there is retention of configuration. You will get both E and Z in your final product. Negishi coupling. In Negishi coupling you can use variety of metal like zinc, aluminium. So how you prepare your organo zinc compound? First you treat organolithium with zinc bromide, you will get organo zinc compound. Also you can treat Grignard reagent with zinc bromide. again you can get organozinc compound, or directly you can prepare from organohalide. Just treat organohalide with zinc in presence of dilithyl ether, you will get organozinc bromide. It's same like making Grignard reagent. And here you can see alkyl halide treated with zinc diethyl ether, you are getting organo zinc compound. So here you can see you are getting both sp2 hybridized organozinc compound and sp3 hybridized organozinc compound. So in coupling reaction, when you treat organozinc compound with organohalide in presence of palladium catalyst, you are getting your coupling product. So here you can see the acetylene zinc is treated with iodobenzene, and you are getting your coupling product. And again in this reaction you are getting E and Z configuration in your final product. So again there is retention of configuration. Next is Heck reaction. What is advantage of Heck reaction? In previous reaction you have seen that you are treating organohalide with some kind of organometal complex, but here you can directly treat organohalide with a double bond type of compound in presence of palladium catalyst and base. So yeah, you are getting your coupling product without using any organometal. So okay, here you can see aryl iodide is reacting with this double bond of ketone part. Okay, so you are getting this final product. And here one thing to remember, when your organohalide is reacting with double bond, you are getting E configuration here. Okay, so here you can see when you treat Z with the double bond, there is retention of configuration in reactant. Okay, and in cyclohexene we have seen that when we treat organohalide with cyclohexene, there is a movement of double bond occur. Its mechanism I have already shown in the slide where I taught Heck reactions. Similarly, in Sonogashira reaction, in Heck reaction you used double bond. In Sonogashira you use terminal alkyne. When you treat aryl halide with terminal alkyne in presence of palladium and copper, you are getting your coupling product. And in Burkhard and Hardwick reaction, you are making C-N bond formation. The previous example whichever we studied, like Heck reaction, Sonogashira reaction, Steele reaction, Suzuki reaction, Nagashi reaction, there is carbon-carbon bond formation. But in Burkhard-Hardwick reaction, there is carbon-nitrogen bond formation. Here you treated organohalide with amine in presence of palladium catalyst, so you are getting this CN bond formed product. Okay, so final reaction is alkene metathesis. In alkene metathesis we used Grubbs catalyst, which is ruthenium based catalyst. Okay, in alkene metathesis your double bond merged together. Okay, so you will get both E plus G isomer plus release of ethylene gas. Okay, in this case you also see that these two reactants getting merged at their double bond, means if there is two reactant like that, this double bond will get merged and it will give you this product. Understand? One more example. Okay, so if these are two reactant, these two double bond will get merged and you will getting this product. And these alkene metathesis are of two type. One is ring closing metathesis. Here you can see these two double bond getting merged here and closing the ring, making a ring. Okay, and other is ring opening metathesis. So here you can see this part of ring are getting open here, and this is the product you are getting. So dear viewers, these were the reactions we studied in organometallic compounds, and here quickly I covered all the reactions we studied in part 1 to part 4. Thank you.